we're down to the last 4, guys. Aries, Sag, Cancer, and Scorpio. Who is next? I feel like doing that Jaws song for some reason. That dun 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 dun. I don't know why. Ooh, the Ace of Cups just tried to come out. That actually wouldn't be any sign. The Moon, Pisces it is. Oh, I already did Pisces. You did Pisces Spirit. Oh my goodness. Okay, the 8 of Cups. You're my cat, guys. So 8 of Cups would be Pisces again. What is going on? We did Pisces Spirit. Could you please get Cancer, Scorpio? There's Taurus, or that's Sagittarius. Okay, we'll do Sagittarius. So Sagittarius, this is your reading. These readings are timeless, meaning that whenever you're meant to watch this, whenever you're drawn to this reading, it is meant for you at that time, okay? When we're going through certain situations, certain things, we carry a certain energy with us. And it pulls us like magnets, okay? So please trust in the process, trust in yourself, trust your intuition. And when you're meant to find this video, you're meant to find it. Things are drawn to you, okay? You have to start trusting in that. All right, here we go. Here we go, Sagittarius. So first we have the 2 of Cups. Okay, so this is, Cups are our water signs, which is Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces energy. 2s are balance and partnerships. So you can see these 2 people are equally sharing cups. There's love here, there's union, there's reciprocating, right? They're both facing each other, as you can see that. So this is very good to see. And then we have the 9 of Cups in reverse. Okay, so interesting. Cups are water signs, which is Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energies. 9s are an accumulation of its suit. So Cups, love. So it's an accumulation of that, right? This is like the wish come true, but it's in reverse. So interesting how you had the 2 of Cups, and then now you have the 2 of Cups, or 9 of Cups in reverse. So this is Jupiter in Pisces. This is a Lord of material happiness. So when it's on its lower polarity, which means that the card is reversed, it's complacency. Okay, swallowing smoke, feeling more like you're missing the whole point of the real generosity of the universe. Okay, so this is like a wish coming true, but it's in reverse. So this is like, maybe in the beginning you thought it was a wish come true, and now it's turning into kind of a nightmare. Everything that was filling these cups up are now reversed, and everything's coming out of the cups. Okay, so it's complacency. Feeling more and more like you're missing the whole point of the real generosity of the universe. Not sure what that means. You could be dealing with a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, or it's also just could be because this is about a partnership or connection. It doesn't have to be a love connection, although this is what it looks like. But it also could just be the energy that you're in, right? So then we have the High Priestess. This is number 2, too. So 2 and 2. Could be seeing 2s a lot. Could be a life path 2. But also could just be about balance and partnership, right? So the High Priestess, she sits on our throne. She is the leader of our spiritual world, right? So only the gifted can come in. She's sitting in basically in the gateway of the spirit world. She's holding the Book of the Toro, which is like the law of the Toro. She sits between 2 pillars, which is black and white, or like yes and no, okay? So she's right in the middle of that. Notice that? So it's not up or down. It's not left or right. It's right in the middle. The moon is right at her feet because she is in touch with her emotions, or, well, the magic of the moon, I guess you could say, however you want to look at it. But this card does represent the moon. So she peeks behind a veil. So she sits between the 2 pillars, like I said. It's Boaz, which means like negotiations. Holding your ground and saying no. Okay, J is for Jason, which is white, which is like affirmations, like yes, I will. So this could be like a reconciliation of the opposites, okay? Ruled by the moon. So she is peaceful, right? So she does represent psychic abilities. So you're like your own chakras maybe, or maybe opening up, intuition and wisdom, okay? So this also could be like something is being revealed, okay? Because she has a purple veil, and the veil is coming off. So something it could be being revealed right now, okay? And now we have the Hermit card. So this is Virgo energy. This is In the major arcana, this is number 9. So what he does is he returns to the mountaintop after a cycle of experience. So instead of the fool, because the fool was very carefree, and didn't know what to expect, wasn't like wasn't tainted, so he's kind of like not reckless, but he wasn't scared of anything because he wasn't tainted. He didn't have any fears in him, just like a child. Like we're born without fear. So the fool was almost going to fall off the cliff because he wasn't looking where he was going, because he was carefree, if you will, right? So but now he's wiser. Okay. This is where a person does find themselves. So this could also be like solitary. So you could be like in a solitary moment, or your person could be, but they will be filled with light. Okay. In his lantern, it's filled with darkness. There's a Star of David. So on the higher polarity, it's union with yourself, being taken care of in the presence of the inner teacher. So this is what I like to say, okay? So what the Hermit does, he's the wisest of the zodiac. Why? Because he'll take himself out of a situation, and he'll go out of the situation so that he doesn't have any outer influence. So nobody can influence his decisions. Nobody can like deter him from his thoughts. And he goes on an ice-capped mountain, or snow-capped mountain, if you will, and he contemplates, and he gains introspection. He turns inwards, right? And then he gains clarity after a moment of whatever, till he finds truth. Then when he's writing, he has the clarity that he needs. He gets up and he starts on his journey again. Now the lantern that he has, it doesn't illuminate the whole entire journey, because we're not supposed to know the whole entire journey right now. If we did, we wouldn't learn lessons along the way. If we did, I don't even know if we would take that journey, because we would already know the outcome. So we're not supposed to know the outcome of everything. So his lantern only lights up the next few steps. And as long as he keeps moving forward, that's all that matters, okay? Now, he is also protected in this lantern. There's the Star of David in there. And that what Star of David does is he protects him from evil, if you will. Like, if you heard, well, back, like with Solomon, he, in the Star of David, what he could actually do was trap demons. So the reason being, that's why that's in there right now, because he's protected, okay? He believes in himself, he believes in God, or his higher being, whatever your higher being is, and he keeps moving forward, right? So that's why he's the wisest. Now, this could also mean that you're just dealing with a Virgo, but also could mean like solitary, right? You're going within, you could be, like isolated, or your person could be too. Just take it as it resonates, guys, okay? And then we have the 8 of Swords. So swords represents our behaviors, our thought process, how we're thinking. So if you think of a sword and a mirror, it looks almost, you can see a reflection off a sword, right? So it's mirroring the quality of our minds, right? So this is air signs, which is Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius energy. And 8s are seeking solutions on the tree of life. So you're trying to find a solution, right? Maybe that's why you're going inward. Something is being revealed. You could be trying to gain introspection and seeking a solution. Now, because the swords are going around this girl, we'll find out. Okay, so this is Jupiter and Gemini. So Jupiter is very expansive, and Gemini is about communication, or is also about intellect or thoughts or the mind, right? So this is the Lord of shortened force. So this is like detriment. So stop thinking, stop talking, meditate. Pull in your center, self and calm down, and become clear. When things become clear, you can wiggle out of these binds. There's help at hand, and isolation is not so. So you could be isolating, Sagittarius, okay? Something could have been revealed, you could be isolating. And then you're building this kind of like prison around yourself, if you will, because you're trapped in your mind. So get out of your head, you guys. And just get a couple of clarifications through Spirit. Spirit, okay, we'll be dealing with 3 people, so it'll be like a third party. So no longer is it just these 2 people. Now there's a third person involved in this. What else is it that Sagittarius needs to know? Taurus energy. That's the Hierophant. That's Taurus. It's number 5. Is there anything else that could be with a Taurus, or it could also just be finding faith, or what you see? What he's holding up a symbolism that says what you see is not all that there is. Maybe you're not seeing something. You could have somebody blocked. Or you don't want to see it. You don't want to hear it. Anything else for Sagittarius? Ooh, Queen of Swords. Okay. Anything else for Sagittarius? I apologize for all this noise. My cat is very... she's being very goofy right now. Alright, look at it. Somebody's walking away before it even gets start. See that? Okay, so we have the Three of Cups in reverse. We have the Hierophant, the Two of Swords, the Queen of Swords, the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Alright, so the Three of Cups in reverse. So cups represents our feelings, emotions, and our relationships. And threes are understanding, okay? So there's some kind of understanding maybe that... Tiny, Tiny, hold on a second, please. I'm trying to get my cat. Stop it, please. Okay, sorry about that, guys. I'm not perfect, guys, and things happen. These readings take a long time, so, you know, people come over, my cat acts up, you know, things like that happen. So I'm human. None of my readings will ever be perfect. I'm not perfect. I don't pretend to be. I'm just very transparent and honest, and that's all I can do. So just please mind me, I'm a human being, and things happen. Okay, so this is the Three of Cups. This is Mercury in Cancer. Mercury is a planet of communication. Also could be travel. Cancer is about like being strong-willed, okay? This is the Lord of Abundance. So in reverse, there's too many ideas, okay? There's a third emotion here, which could be a third party or could be a third, like, doesn't have to be a person, so don't call them saying, you're cheating on me. Don't do that. A third party could be anything. It could be a hobby. It could be work. It could be a thought process. It could be a family member. It could be child. It could also be another romantic party or a friend. You know, just take it as it resonates, guys. But there's too many ideas here. There's a third emotion. There's a third party. Nothing is done. There's cups are spilled. Cups are spilled out, and it's disappointment. Okay, and then like I said, the Hierophant, what I'm taking from that is that he's holding up a symbolism that says what you see is not all that there is. So there might be something here that you're not seeing. Okay, and we have the Two of Swords. Swords represents the way we think, our air signs, which is Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, our thought processes, right? So twos are balance and partnerships. So right here, the way I'm looking at it is either you have them blocked or they have you blocked, or you're just like, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to see it. I don't want to hear anything they have to say. Or you're starting to turn inwards and you don't want to see or have any outer influence. You can figure out what's going on. Take it as it resonates, guys, okay? Then we have the Queen of Swords. So this is like, if you know the Justice card, so she's like the miniature Justice card. The swords are, you know, our thought process, our mentality, right? And every queen is specifically good at something. Now you can see she's sitting there. Poised, she's sitting straight up, and her sword is straight up. She wants the truth. Give me the truth. I want the truth. So this is Libra. This is air and water. So every action is a choice. That's what her saying is. So we are who we have decided to make ourselves, who we believe ourselves to be. Okay, so make just decisions and be a clear thinker. The thing about her is that, yeah, she's all about the truth, right? But do you know what's missing here? There's no emotion, right? There's no sympathy. There's no empathy here. Just I want the truth, and that's it. And what she does is she uses that sword to sever the heart from the mind. So this is all mind, no feelings, no heart whatsoever. Okay. So that could be what is wrong in a situation. There's no emotion here. There's no, I just want the truth and that's it. And this is where we get cold and calculated. Because this girl reminds me like of a divorcee. And don't think I'm saying that lightly, okay? Because I'm not. What I'm saying is that sometimes the things that are done to us can make us bitter, resentful. You know, and that's why sometimes we turn cold. So it looks like that's what's happening here. Because all these cups now are all spilt out. All the feeling and emotion. Now we have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. This is number 10 in the Major Arcana. And this is Taurus, Virgo, or Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. And this is Jupiter. So Jupiter is very expansive. So in reverse, it means that there's some kind of cycle that can't be broken, or the karma's not going so good. There are no accidents. Spirit wants you to know there's no accidents. There's something's blocked and something is out of control. So the only thing that I can, you know, say would be the best advice is probably to either, let's ask Spirit what her advice, what your advice should be. What is the advice for Sagittarius in this situation? What should Sagittarius, what advice? Okay. Grow. Ace of Wands, that's growth. That's new growth. An inspiration. Okay, so something like new growth could happen, or new inspiration could happen to where you're gonna grow from this, okay? The Eight of Pentacles in reverse, you could be dealing with a Virgo. The Five of Wands, yeah, there's fighting. Okay, so the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, let's see what they have to say for the advice. So eights are seeking solutions. Okay, Pentacles are earth signs, which is Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. You could be dealing with Taurus, you could be dealing with Virgo. I've seen Virgo here a couple times. You could be dealing with a Cancer. So eights, like I said, they're seeking solutions, but this is in reverse. So it doesn't seem so much like seeking a solution. This is the Sun in Virgo. This is the Lord of Prudence. So on the lower polarity on the reverse, it's like work is whatever there's work in here, it's done poorly. Not applying yourself with the task. It's easy, taking the easy way out, or maybe even a shortcut. Cutting corners. All the things that lead up to failure. Okay, whether it's you or them, I'm not sure, but you can't cut corners, and we can't. You know, if we're not giving it our all in our all, then we're not going to grow, right? It's not going to ever come out good, because it's like if you have a dinner, right, and you have all the ingredients, and you could make something from scratch and with love. But then you're like, nah, I'll just make hamburger helper. It's not the same. So that's what I'm trying to say. If we cut corners, it's not going to be the same. And then we have the Five of Wands. This is fighting. This is fives. Fives in the tree of life are testing their severity, their conflict. Wands are fire signs, which is your energy. It's Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius energy. Right here, you can see these people are fighting. It's conflict. It's learning. You're not sporting royally. So basically, on the fives, it's run by Godorva, right? So it's a female, well, it's a feminine, and her partner is Hassad, but he's off running another sphere on the tree of life, so he's not there with her. So she cannot make decisions or choice decisions, because the decisions she's not making, they're not out of love. And the reason why they're not out of love is because her partner is not with her. She's at another sphere, so she is not making just decisions. Remember that Queen of Swords card? So she's not making decisions from love, and that's why anything that's done without love creates bad or evil, and that's what causes the conflict. So it's up to you guys. I mean, we have free will, whatever this is. You can start showing an emotion, maybe being a little bit more emotional. If you think that this is just way too much, then you know we have free will, so we can do what's right and turn this wheel the right way, because right now it's in reverse. That's not good. It's like the opposite of the way it's supposed to be going. So it could be bad luck, bad karma, or you could be with a karmic right now. And the reason why we're with karmics is because we're supposed to learn a lesson from them. Either that you need to love yourself, know your worth, set boundaries. But remember, guys, that nobody could ever love you more than you love yourself, okay? So here's your reading, Sagittarius. Thank you so much for watching. Love and light.